Okay, hi there everybody. We've got another Cambridge Proficiency writing. This is an article. So here's the question. You've recently read an article from a youth magazine on the problem of inactivity in young people. The magazine has invited its readers to respond to the topic by writing a short article of their own, which answers the following questions. Why are our young people becoming couch potatoes, and what can we do to solve the problem? You should focus on young people in your country, or a country that you know well. Write the article for the readers of the magazine around 280 to 320 words. Okay. Couch potatoes. This article was written by Roland Simon. Nowadays, teenagers tend to be more physically passive. Although experts are trying to find a solution, their opinions seem to waver. I'm going to write about how we should encourage young people to be more active. That's a great introductory paragraph. No mistakes, very clear, sets out what you intend to do. Okay, sedentary way of life. A sedentary way of life. Maybe a sedentary lifestyle as well, but a sedentary way of life has been in a dramatic increase recently. So has been on the increase, but has been increasing dramatically. A sedentary way of life has been dramatically on the increase recently, especially among, it sounds better, the cohort of adolescents, according to some scientific studies. Internet is a treasure trove, and it has become an integral part of the school system. By the same token, the cyber world offers a rich source of entertainment, and subsequently the user's eyes are glued to the monitor most of the time. This happened 3 times. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I like what's happening you're doing here. So irresistible tempting online games are. So almost, but you didn't quite get it right. So irresistibly tempting are online games that players easily become addicted. So notice this structure. So adjective plus an inversion. When you start with so, you take an inversion. It's a nice ambitious structure, but you missed it. Slumping in the armchair is accompanied by binging on junk food. Teenagers are often enervated, good word, because they have to juggle their difficult subjects. They have to juggle this with their difficult, I would say, school subjects, because otherwise it's too general. Suffice to say, I would probably put suffice it to say, but suffice to say is enough. Suffice it to say, this kind of inertia is prevalent. Moreover, the media is rife with unhealthy suggestions. And put a colon here. Let me put a full colon. People are inundated with fast food advertisements. So this is saying, moreover, the media is rife with unhealthy suggestions. People are inundated with fast food advertisements. So this colon here is saying, an example of this is, many psychological illnesses such as bulimia, anorexia, depression, and depression, A, B, C, and D. Many psychological illnesses such as bulimia, anorexia, and depression have skyrocketed recently, mostly, I like that, due to the media influence. So the influence of the media influence, I would probably say just due to media influence generally. Health pundits, well done, you've taken up this word, well done. Pundit, it's a really good word to use in essays. Health pundits leave no stone unturned in order to come up with a novel mosaic of ideas. They highlight that health issues should be implemented into the school curriculum. Teachers and parents ought to be put in charge of tackling this problem. Positive subliminal messages, I love that. Positive subliminal messages should be embedded into advertisements and online games. I do not consider myself either. I consider myself neither as a Luddite. So you can't have the double knots, yeah? I do not consider myself either as a Luddite or a technophile. I consider myself neither as a Luddite nor as a technophile. I believe that we should take a balance between doing some sport activities and engrossing ourselves in the digital realm. So you've got the doing here, so it needs to be engrossing as well. So to take a balance, much better word, to strike a balance. This is a much better collocation. Furthermore, we can find many people who can be role models, who may be role models. Can talks about ability, may talks about possibility. Take Paralympic athletes. Is it Paralympic or Paralympic? I'm going to accept Paralympic athletes. For example, despite their severe handicap, so athletes handicaps, they can fulfill their dreams. Their assiduous practice and their indomitable spirit give fruit over the years. So give, okay. Bear fruit is a better verb. Seeing their remarkable feats of achievement begs. So why is this third person? Because seeing their remarkable feats of achievement, this whole thing is a compound subject, begs the question why some able-bodied people do not stand up from the sofa stand up from the sofa. People who incorporate physical exercise into their everyday lives are able to stave off many illnesses, and it can stimulate their brain cells. In conclusion, in a nutshell, double, I like it. Technology is just a mere tool. It can be beneficial or detrimental for us. Teachers and parents should encourage teenagers to take up sport activities. Okay, sport activities. I'd prefer sporting activities, which can vary from moderate to vigorous. Not only does physical exercise ward off, good word, diseases, but it also activates people's dormant talents and instincts. Okay, this is a very good essay. Let's see. You've answered the question extremely well. I think I'm probably going to give it a 4.5 in answering the question. As to the grammar, how adventurous is the grammar you've used? You've used some very adventurous things. It's a shame you didn't get this so plus inversion. You've got an inversion at the bottom, not only. I still like to see a passive subjunctive somewhere in your works, as in it is essential that this be done, or something like that. I think I'm going to give it a 4 for that. The vocabulary is brilliant. I love the vocabulary. I think 4.75. I think there's very little more you could add to it without starting to sound pompous or weird. And there, yes, look at this. So let's just go through it. Sedentary, cohort, treasure trove, the cyber world, glued to the monitor, slumping, binging, enervated, juggle. This is a linker which is good. Inundated, leave no stone unturned, mosaic, subliminal messages embedded, technophile and Luddite I love as well, indomitable spirit, stave off, that's a really nice one, in a nutshell, to take up, phrasal verb, a good one, ward off, lovely, dormant talents, really nice. The vocabulary is brilliant. Okay, now overall, how well does this read? It reads really nicely. Yeah, you're getting better with the shorter sentences. I like this moreover and other things you've done. Try to use semicolons and colons as well. It will make your work look better. Yeah, it's a semicolon, just a way to join two sentences, and a colon also a way to join two sentences, but giving an example or giving further information in the second sentence. So how well does it read? Yeah, 4.5. Overall correctness, small grammatical mistakes, but it's pretty good. As always, there's a problem with this the and one or two prepositions. I think I'm going to give it a 4, but the overall level of grammatical mistakes is much reduced, and this is very good as well. I think I'm going to give this 8.75. Yeah, 8.75 out of 10. This is a good A pass at CPE. I like this essay a lot. Well done.